What's up, YouTube? It's Elijah the Hero. And before you guys already say it, I know I've been gone for about a week.
I lied.
About 2 weeks. But the reason why I've been gone so long is because I've been playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor. And let me tell you, it has been great. And before, I get into the review of the game, I do want to let you know that Star Wars is one of my favorite franchises of all time. Can you say it with me now? Of all time. I love Star Wars. I actually fell in love with Star Wars when I got Fallen Order. I basically knew next to nothing about Star Wars. I didn't even see the original trilogy of movies before Fallen Order. So it's what got me into Star Wars. As you can see, I'm pretty much a big Star Wars fan. I secretly took my girlfriend to Disneyland just so she could buy me the lightsaber right there that I built. But don't let her know that. Anyways, you guys are probably like, where's the review, man? We don't care. Well, let's get into it. Before we get into the review, I actually do want to get some stuff out of the way by talking about the performance issue. I played this version on PS5. I did run into some glitches, but nothing game breaking. I did run into a progression stopping glitch after I beat the game and wanted to go get some collectibles, but they already said they fixed that glitch. An elevator wasn't coming down in a certain part of the game, but they fixed it, so now it comes down. So I'm not even gonna, really complain about it or have that hinder my experience of the game or the overall score of the game. I do know on PC that it is a technical mess, but I got this game on PS5, so I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that is not gonna sway my opinion of the game. This is basically a PS5 review of the game. Yes, it is a buggy mess and a technical mess on PC, so don't get it on PC right now, but on PS5 it works perfectly fine. I had no issues, no big glitches. You get to here and there like clipping of enemies after you kill them, but nothing that serious. So yeah, just wanted to get that out of the way. Typically in my videos I like to review the story and gameplay first and then talk about overall how I feel about the game afterwards, but actually I'm going to start differently. This is the first sequel I have reviewed on the channel, and I already said that Star Wars Fallen Order is one of my favorite games of all time, so I know that game pretty in depth. So I'm going to start with what I feel about Star Wars Jedi Survivor right from the get-go, and honestly I feel that it improves on everything. I mean everything from Fallen Order. And I recently played Fallen Order, like I beat it yesterday because I did the new game plus of Fallen Order, and now I'm gonna do the new game plus of Survivor. I like cohesion in my video games for some reason. But anyway, that's besides the point. Everything is improved. Cal's movement is improved. I never realized how stiff Cal was in the first game, and I don't know if because he was just a Padawan relearning his abilities, so they made it him like that on purpose, kind of stiff and a little clunky sometimes. In this game, Cal is light on his feet. He's fast. He just feels more looser to control, and it feels really nice compared to Fallen Order. I love the customization that they gave in the game. It is way expanded on the first game. And I love the lightsaber customization, the blaster customization, BD1 customization. The only thing that I really didn't understand that they didn't add is they didn't add Mantis customization. You could pick the color of the Mantis in the last game, but in this game you cannot customize the Mantis at all, which I thought was really strange, and I don't know why they took that out. That was really weird. Another thing that I kind of did not like from the previous game is that they took out all of the attachments or customization that you unlocked for your lightsaber in Fallen Order, and they are not in Survivor, which is a big bummer. I feel like for a sequel game you shouldn't really take any of the stuff out, you should just expand on it. And I don't like the fact that you can't start with the lightsaber that you built at the end of Fallen Order because they took all that stuff out. I thought that was really annoying, and I thought it kind of didn't make sense in the context of the whole entire series or the games, because you use Cal's master's lightsaber, but at the end of the game you have an opportunity to find a new kyber crystal because you broke it in the first game. Spoiler alert. You broke the lightsaber in the first one, and then you can like fix it up, and Cal's like kind of making the lightsaber into his own. But in the start of Survivor, he just has the same lightsaber that he had in the beginning of Fallen Order. Kind of weird. Did not like that at all. I feel like if you played Fallen Order, your lightsaber should have transferred over to Survivor, but that's neither here nor there. The customization is pretty dope in the game, so I have to give kudos to them on that. Okay, so let's actually talk about some of the gameplay in Survivor. This is their first attempt at an semi-open world. It's not like Fallen Order where it's pretty much linear with a little bit of exploration. No, the planet of Kobo is fully explorable and it is an open environment. I wouldn't classify it as open world per se, but just like a big hub to explore. So kind of semi-open world-ish, I would say. There is a lot of things to do and a lot of side quests that you can do and a lot of secrets to be found on Kobo. But Kobo is not the only planet. You get 4 other planets, technically 5, but this is a spoiler-free review, so I'm not spoiling anything. But yeah, you get 5 planets in total to explore, but they are not as big as Kobo. The rest of the other planets are kind of like Fallen Order, where it's just a little bit of exploration on a linear path, really. I feel where the strong suit of the game is the combat. I do feel like the combat is more fluid. It feels a lot faster. Everything in this game feels a lot faster, and I don't know if it's because they needed to just increase the speed of the game or the combat of the game, or it's because Cal is a Jedi Master now, so everything feels faster. His fighting is faster. And to help with this new speed of the game, you get 5 new stances and perks to equip on Cal. And let me just say, this is my first big pet peeve with this game. You get these 5 new stances for Cal. I'll get on the perks a little bit after I talk about the stances. You get 5 new stances for Cal. They all come with like different buffs and debuffs. Like, if you use the dual bladed, you get less power but more speed, less range but more defense, and it's good at crowd control. I never once felt like a one stance was better than another stance. I know a lot of people online saying that the dual wield stance is better for parrying. Honestly, I'm playing on the hardest difficulty right now. I cannot see the difference. I thought the stances would be like Ghost of Tsushima, where you would have to select a different stance to beat a certain opponent. If you had somebody who had a shield, you're gonna want to pick I think it's the stone stance to knock down that shield. You have a big guy, you want to pick the stance that's better to deal with the big guys. And in Ghost of Tsushima, you can one-shot opponents because of the certain stance that you picked, or it would take them longer to kill that opponent based off the stance you picked. In Survivor, that is not present. I cannot feel the difference on any single weapon. The only weapon that I feel has the biggest difference between the other stances is the blaster stance, because you have a gun and a lot of the enemies are not equipped to handle your blaster damage. Like you can basically shred the opponents with the blaster damage, and it's on a cooldown and stuff like that, and you have to hit to get your energy back up on the gun so you can shoot it again, but that's not that big of a concern if you're good at the game. So that's the only stance, and honestly I think it's the best stance in the game personally, but I feel like they really don't have any usefulness, to be honest. And another thing that bothered me about the stances is you can only select 2 stances at once. So you have all 5 of these stances and you can't even use them together, like in Ghost of Tsushima, where you can pick the stance that you need it at any time. That is not present in this game, which is really kind of frustrating. I know they want to make it kind of like you're picking basically like your loadout before you go out on a mission to see if it's best suitable, but I think it would have made the game way more interesting if enemies adapted to your stances and you had to switch them on the fly versus picking 2 and just going through the fighting basically. And then the perks, I feel like the perks were kind of half-assed, like they just thought about that last minute, because honestly, playing with perks and without perks, I haven't really noticed a difference. I just feel like it's not good, really. And if EA and Respawn are listening to this video and you have to take anything from this video, this is the one thing I would like you guys to take. Please, please, please fix the map. Oh my goodness, the map and the fast travel map are some of the most infuriating and complicated, overly complicated things I have ever seen in a video game in a while. These are the same picture basically. I'm in the same exact spot in both of these pictures. The one that you're seeing on screen right now is BD's regular map. It has all the icons showing everything you want to go and you want to do and where you want to travel to. As you can see, I'm on the time-worn bridge right now. That is where I'm at right now. That is where I'm exploring. I'm trying to find a certain collectible right there. If you go to where the fast travel is on the meditation points, you're at this crypt of whatever, or Irma, whatever the name is. It is infuriating to not have the same name for where your locations are. It does say you're in the crypt of Irma, whatever this name is, in the first image, but it is super small to see. It says that the meditation point is the crypt of whatever that word is. It says that that's the meditation point you're at. Honestly, I did not notice that until maybe like halfway into the game. Why not just say that we're at the time-worn bridge? Or better yet, for the fast travel points, why not have the icons for the collectibles on the fast travel like map? Like why not have that? That's so simple. It makes no sense. But honestly, those are my only two like nitpicks about the game. Besides that, everything is really great about this game, especially the story. I did not know where the story was really gonna go after Fallen Order, but they surprised me. It's really good and really heartfelt, and I honestly like it better than Fallen Order. I'm not going to talk too much about this story because I don't want to spoil anything, because I think you should really explore this story for your own self and like see everything that it has to offer for yourself. But I will just let you know that it is a great story. I feel like this is the first game where I felt like nobody was generally in the wrong. Like, it really felt like the name of the game, Survivor. Like, it really felt like it was just survivors trying to do what was right for what they thought was right for themselves, basically, or right for other people. I would say everybody was fighting for somebody, even the villains in this game, and everybody was really compelling. Like, it didn't always feel like Cal was doing the right thing, or it felt like maybe Cal in his inexperience wasn't saying the right things to mediate the situations, and a fight had to ensue. Unfortunately, even if he didn't want it to happen, it had to happen. And I really enjoyed that. Cal felt like a pretty alive character, and it felt like he regretted some of the stuff that happened in this game towards the end. But man, you just got to experience the story for yourself, and I'm pretty sure you will enjoy it. I would definitely say that Survivor is definitely up there for game of the year, even considering the technical issues it's having on PC. And those were my thoughts about Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Let me know in the comment section what you guys thought. Did you like the game? Did you find this review helpful? Yeah, this is definitely going to go down as one of my favorite games. Definitely surpasses the first game in every single way. But, you know, like every game, no game is perfect. So hopefully they do a third one and implement some of the things I've, said in this review. But I have to say, based off what I've played, I have to give this game a definite 9 out of 10. I really love this game, even with the technical difficulties or the technical messes. I really love this game. But let me know what you guys think. I've been Elijah the Hero. Peace.
Hey, pipe up, her rich.
Baby, I don't crib key, run free. Don't you come back just for me. You diss me, miss me. This ain't coming cheap to me. A lost cause, just be. Cause I let you back, and girl, that don't mean safety. Better get to packing, cause.
Look at that. Look at all my cool Star Wars shit. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, I had to show this off. Look at that lightsaber.